Breaking news, the NBA has officially suspended its season. What is going on, y'all? Fast Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA, but maybe not for much longer because, like I just mentioned, the NBA season has been suspended, folks. So a lot to talk about here, obviously, with the implications of the NBA and why they did this. So I'm going to discuss everything and tell you guys everything that I have to say about this, because I didn't think it would get to this point, but it has, and it needs to be talked about. So let's do it. So how did we get here? Well, we all know, unless you have been living under a rock, the pandemic that is going around right now with the coronavirus. And so here's the thing. If you have followed me for a while, you should know I tend to keep a pretty tight knit around the topics I like to cover. That is not because I don't want to talk about other things, other maybe worldly things. But it's more so that I don't like to speak on things that I'm not informed about. I like to give informed opinions. That is what this channel is about. And so if there's something that I don't have as much information about, or I'm not sure about the information, I don't want to transmit that over to you guys and obviously have that be false. So with this, we cannot avoid this any longer because the damn season just got suspended. So when we're talking about why this happened, a couple things here. Number one, let me just walk you through the events that transpired here. Basically, the Jazz Thunder game that was supposed to be played today was about to tip off, and then what happened was the NBA was not giving clearance to the Jazz and the Thunder to tip off, and that is because one of the players was ill. Now, they're saying a number of players, but for sure we know one player, and that is Rudy Gobert. Now, here's the thing. I play DFS a lot, Daily Fantasy Sports, and so I keep a pretty close eye on pretty much every team. And so I knew going into today's game that Rudy Gobert was questionable, and so one of the players that I was going to play was Tony Bradley, which was the Jazz's backup center, because there was a very good chance Rudy Gobert was not going to play. He was questionable with an illness. Now, we don't know what the illness was before this happened, obviously, and it could have been the regular flu, seasonal flu, it could have been anything, allergies, whatever, but there was a chance he was going to be out. And what happened? We got the news that Rudy Gobert was taken to a hospital and he was tested positive for coronavirus. So he indeed had coronavirus. And after that happened, the NBA just said, nope, we are suspending the season. No way, no how. And we know that the NBA was already talking about playing games without fans, okay? That was a possibility. And now we don't even get that. We get a suspension of the entire NBA season. So that is how we got here. Now, as far as whether it was the right move and the steps moving forward, let's tackle that. Whether it was the right move, absolutely. Because here's the thing, folks. Even if one player gets it, and Rudy Gobert is the only one we know that's confirmed, there could be other players. You obviously run the risk of spreading it. You run the risk of the fact that not just spreading it to the players, spreading it to the public, with them being at the games, or family members or coaches or staff. It's just obviously a precaution to take. Anybody that has it is going to get quarantined, and athletes should not be any different. So that is number one. And number two, the reason for not just quarantining Rudy Gobert and keeping the season going is because the Jazz just played a bunch of games in a bunch of different cities. And so we don't know how long Gobert had it. We don't know if anybody else had it. And so the NBA needs a little bit of time to just assess the situation. Maybe a lot of time, not just a little bit. But I agree with the decision, honestly, because to be honest, I didn't want to see games without fans. That would have been really weird. So at least we don't have to watch that. And I'd rather the NBA figure it out and get it right and have things be the way I am used to than having to just adjust to like new and different things. So that's my opinion, obviously, on the decision being made. Now, moving forward, what is going to happen? I mean, I wish I could say I know the answer. Obviously, my opinion is going to be speculation as well. But again, I believe with everything that's going on, that the NBA is obviously going to take its sweet time, as it should, to make sure that everything is okay and the player safety is the number one thing. But we're probably looking at a month or two at least. It's going to be definitely more than 2 weeks, because obviously that is a quarantine period for a player, for a person that has the virus to obviously have the symptoms show up. That happens usually after 14 days. That's what I've read. And so you have that as 2 weeks, and then you kind of need just 2 more weeks. Probably I'm just adding on to that to just figure out the logistics of kicking the NBA back up again. So again, 2 weeks could turn into a month could turn into 2 months. There you have it. So again, I believe the NBA is going to try to speed it up and get it back running as soon as they can. But certainly it's going to take at least a month. At least 2 weeks for sure. 2 weeks for sure, but at least a month. But I do think the NBA resumes. I do think they are not canceling the season. I do think they get back to playing, whether that's with or without fans. I'm not sure, but I think they do. And I'm hoping they continue the games where they left off and not just, whatever date it is, you start off there, because it's like, okay, so the playoff teams that are on the bubble, are they not in? Or all the teams that were in the playoffs that ended the day the NBA season got canceled, are they automatically in? Like, there's a lot of things there. So I want the games to still be played, and that could impact, obviously, next season because you crunch the schedule. But if you have to do it, you got to do it. So I hope that happens versus us losing games, because we still had about 20 games left to be played. But I do think that happens. I do think the NBA resumes, but it's going to take at least a month for that to happen. So let's see, folks. Obviously, biggest thing is staying safe and, making sure that the players' health and everybody's health is the number one priority. But it's a scary, scary thing out there. All I can tell you is to obviously just stay safe, be optimistic, because to me, I'm trying to figure my way out through this as well. But look, I know we're all angry and mad because we're sports fans and this is what we do, and this is going to be so weird because, again, it's like, okay, no sports, like what? So, but again, there is no manual on how to go about this. Just got to kind of, figure our way through this. It's a little bit of a hassle, but nothing can't get through. And that's how I'm kind of tackling it. It's going to be weird without the NBA. But again, we go through it every year with the offseason, And this is no different. It's just, man, if there's one thing I do want to say, 2020 has been a trash year. I mean, trash year. I was going to say arguably, but no, it is the worst year I can remember, folks. Between Kobe Bryant passing away, this virus, and a bunch of other things that I can't even remember. I just know this year's been absolute garbage. Okay, I thought 2020 was going to be amazing. It's 2020. Like, no, just cancel the damn year. I mean, my God. I don't know what's going to happen now with the NFL, with the MLB, with NHL, but man, it is tough. It is tough. It is tough. But like I said, my videos won't stop. I'm going to try to pump out, whatever content I can. So hopefully you guys still support the channel. But it is definitely something that we need to navigate through. It's going to be tough, but hey, no one said it was going to be easy. So there you have it, folks. My thoughts on this pandemic with the NBA canceling the shouldn't say canceling. I keep saying that. Suspending the regular season. I do believe it was the right decision. As much as we disagree with it, it was the right decision by the NBA. And I do believe the NBA will resume. As far as when, can't answer that. Not sure. But my best guess, probably a month or two. So let me know what you guys think. Please, let's get your thoughts on it. The whole situation overall. When do you think the NBA resumes? Do you think it resumes? Leave a comment down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. And please tell me how trash 2020 has been for you, because it's been pretty trash for me. Okay? Pretty trash. So, as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.